Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the first stream of today. We are currently in the Summer Major Rankings 2. We're in Swiss stage as well. And today's an important game for both the Dreamers and the Drillers. First map we're going to be witnessing them play is on Red Alert. I'm going to read out both teams. So on the blue side, we have the Dreamers with Notmer, Red, Semgran, Osid, and Shiny Bright. And on the red side for the Dreamers, we have Godfather, Sotnikovania, Delish, Princess D, and Solo. My name's Jack. I'm here with Excite and also our lovely broadcaster, Drown. So how you doing, Kai?
I'm doing fantastic. What about you, Jack?
I'm doing good. I'm looking forward towards this game. And yeah, it's already started actually. And I believe the first person to get the overdrive. Who was that actually? I didn't
It was
witness
some
it.
ground actually.
Oh, okay. No, Osid has one as well, so I presume he managed to pick one up as well whilst we weren't really paying attention there.
Correct. I believe he picked up the second overdrive.
Okay, well, they got a head start there, which is good for them, and also they're actually playing on the worst base here. But let's look at a bit of their loadouts here. I feel like the majority of them are using the same as what they normally would, but we do know the Dreamers play a bit radical with their combinations. Like we can see here, Dictator and Ricochet, it definitely can do a lot of critical damage, but I would like to see what it can bring to the table on Red Alert. I've never seen it been played before, so they're obviously cutting out that Paladin Ricochet, but I'm sure it will be good. We've seen them play some radical combinations in the past as well, and they managed to win. But like I said, this is a big game for both these teams. If they lose one of these games, if they lose this game today, that means they will not have the chance to go for 4-0 and win the Prison Paint. So it's going to be tough for them today. And I think we got another interesting game afterwards as well. But let's go forward with this game. The overdrive box is dropping, and it's looking like the Drillers
already using his overdrive as well, just to help his team secure the overdrive box, instead taking it himself. Notmer helping out Sam Grant as well, using his overdrive. Sam Grant really trying to go for that flag, but his supplies run out at an unfortunate moment.
Ooh,
Sotnikovania even using his overdrive to defend here, which seems to be a good decision. At least the flag is safe that way.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, not necessarily needed. Did have 4 players in their base, but obviously keeping their cautions high. Like I said, this is an important game for them, and they do not want to lose on the first map here. We're going to be seeing 2 rounds on Red Alert, and then we're going over to the infamous Highland, where we did see the Drillers and Pepega play for the Impulse Paint, where obviously as we can see that the Drillers won. Some of their players are using it. Anyways, yeah, 7 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock here. What do you kind of expect from this game, Kai?
Honestly, I talked about it briefly with Steno yesterday, and this is one of those matches that are really hard to predict since both of these teams are really good, and they seem to be very even as well. Honestly, I can't help but favor the previous champions, Drillers, since they won the previous major rankings as well. So I'm just going to hop on the bandwagon and go with the Drillers.
Yeah, that's a good prediction there. And I mean, like I said, yeah, it's a bit hard to predict, and both these teams are great. But on the other side, we do have the Dreamers, and they've known to be playing these kind of formats for a while. They were really, really good in medium, I believe it was. We can actually just see that Red picked up that overdrive as well. But they're really good at medium back in season 2, 3, and 4, whatever it was, and they've really progressed into this new format. And I think they won Impulse in the Winter Major, right?
I can't remember exactly. It's really bad. We're supposed to know this, but I can't really remember exactly. Osid with a nice action, really trying to get the flag.
Yeah, Shiny's picking it up. But like I said, with predictions, it's kind of hard, but it's looking like you might be right about this first flag capture and your prediction being going in. But I think I might have jinxed it. But look at this, the Dreamers are really pushing in there all together. Shiny's going to be using his overdrive. Can they secure this? Solo's using his OD from behind, but I believe it's going to be a return, possibly.
And the Godfather gets the return. By the way, for those of you that don't know, the proper pronunciation of the guy with the Russian nickname that starts with KP is the Godfather. He approached me in PM and asked us to call him that, so we're going to do exactly as he says. We're just going to trust him on that. Just assume it actually means the Godfather.
Exactly, and my name's Daddy, so you can call me that. But
Yeah,
anyways,
I don't
yeah.
think anyone's going to do that.
Yeah, exactly. But like since see, Red managed to pick up that flag once again. Both these teams really doing some progress trying to pick up this first flag to get the cap in. Looks like a bit of serve lag. 5 minutes into the game, Notmer going to be using his overdrive. Not really going to be helping out his teammate here, but going to be killing them. Shiny Bright did flip. He leave that overdrive for Ossid, but they do get that return. Red and Ossid can still push in here, pull this flag capture. A lot of them are on respawn as well. Ossid won't be able to pick up the flag. He is taking a bit of heat from both Delish and also Soknin Cavania and will be taken out.
Exactly. Also, we sort of like glossed over it earlier, but Solo really made me clutch with his overdrive and
Yeah.
preventing the capture from Drillers at the very last possible moment. So huge props to him.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like they have that kind of communication where under pressure they can perform. And we're going to be witnessing a lot of that, I can tell, in today, especially in Highland, because that map's a tedious one, I would say. But we did see Drillers perform well. It was just unfortunate that Pega did lose a player and liked out, because I feel like that game could have gone on forever. But anyways, back into this round. Notmert does get taken out by Princess D there. Looking like Solo's going to be extending. He doesn't have a repair, won't be able to pick up this flag successfully, but Delish using his overdrive will still. Oh, he gets taken out by Ossid.
Does deal some damage, but I mean, it was worth a shot in his situation.
Mm-hmm.
If the opponents from Drillers didn't have a repair kit handy, then he very well might have gotten away with the flag right there.
Yeah,
Unfortunately,
exactly.
yes, it didn't pay off in the end.
Well, yeah, go on, go on.
I was about to say, Sonic Cavagna, if he's able to use his overdrive and get his hands on the overdrive box once again as well, then that would really help out Delish here, who's pulling the Driller's flag. Although he's all by himself, so he has to be very careful. Red trying
Yeah,
to take him out. Sonic Cavagna with the overdrive,
Ossid
but it arrives a little bit late.
and Ossid trying to take that OD, but his driving just flipped there, and Godfather managed to pick it up on Dictator. I want to see how well this performs because honestly, I know KD isn't a massive thing here, but looking at the performance from the Godfather right now, I really don't know how this Dictator Ricochet is supposed to play out. Obviously, you are the slower hole in the game here, along with Eris. You do have a critical overdrive, but how critical can it be? Okay, he's going in for the flagpole here. He doesn't have a repay, will get taken out by red, but I'm sure it can possibly help out his team, but I don't know how well it will perform by himself, kind of thing, if that makes sense.
Nah, I completely understand. Like it's questionable, honestly. Like we haven't seen too much of Dictator being used in this format. It's
Mm,
slowly coming back after the recent updates, especially with Paladin's overdrive no longer dealing armor penetration or armor piercing.
common
So
penetration, yeah.
yeah, exactly. I mean, so probably that's why teams are experimenting a lot with using Dictator instead of Paladin.
Yeah, exactly. And I do want to see how it performs. I mean, right now he is playing the defensive strategy. He's going up against Red in a 1v1 here. Red will get taken out regardless. Ossid as well, just behind Red. He won't be able to pull the flag, but they do have that kind of pressure. Both these teams are putting on the performance here. That overdrive is dropping as well. Delish trying to pick up the flag. There's a dead tank. He will get taken out as well. Can Solo use and take? Yes, he can. He uses. Kills Red, can kill Not Mert as well. He doesn't have a repair, and Ossid will take him out last minute there.
Exactly. There's a little bit over a minute left. Both these teams really do have a chance left to still capture, but they need to be very quick. It does seem like the Dreamers might have a big attack coming. A lot of them still have their
Ooh.
overdrives left.
I feel like the drillers do as well. Look at Mert getting in position here. Red's going to be using as well. There's only Vanya there to really help him out. That Viking's going to be on respawn. Both of them taking a lot of damage. Red managing to pull. He does have that repair, which is going to use, but Princess D across the map going to snipe him out with his Crusader Overdrive. Ossid using as well. Sokni Cavania just trying to deal damage. Shiny Bright does have his Hunter Overdrive as well. They're still managing to pull the flag here. On the other side, we see Solo once again using his Viking Overdrive. Can they get this capture? Looking like Godfather's going to be using his Dictator. Will they be coming in with the clutch here and getting this return? Quite possibly. Solo so close.
Red just barely manages to get it. It does get taken out in the end. It doesn't seem likely that they'll still be able to
But
capture.
it's accountable. It's accountable. The Lish
Lish with
managing
the
for
flag.
this flag. No, Semgran snipes him out with the railgun last minute there. Solo. He's going to get blocked off. There's 4 seconds and they managed to get this capture.
That was simply amazing. This counter pull from the Dreamers, amazing. I haven't seen anything better in the last couple streams, honestly.
This is insane. That's what I'm saying. Like, the pressure is on, but I'm so happy for the Dreamers managing to counterpull that flag. Honestly, a little bit of luck. I mean, that tank nearly blocked them and not managing to capturing that flag, but it was lucky for them to have that extra 5 seconds on the clock there to drive past it and get that last capture and the first capture of today on Red Alert. Obviously, they did have the better base. I want to see what the Drillers can bring to the table though now. I'm hyped, bro.
Me too, honestly. That could have been anyone's game. The Drillers was so close to actually capturing the first flag there. And even if the Dreamers were able to counter after that point, it would have simply ended up as a tie. So I'm really excited for how the rest of this game will play out.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we can see the Dreamers really trying to do everything to their max. Just saw the Lish flip Semgran there. They're definitely going to be hyped after that one. I can already tell in their call they're hyping it up, trying to get into these other rounds with a win here. But let's see. Time will tell. Players all fighting for this first overdrive box, and yeah, geez.
It's like the Godfather is in a prime position to take it, but will he end up with it as well?
Ooh.
Does seem like it will go to his teammate, Delish.
Yeah. It's a bit hard to actually tell who gets it at times. It will just scatter around like ants.
I mean, that's one way to describe it.
It really is. But yeah, I could have described it in so many other ways, but I felt like that was the most simplistic. Everyone would understand.
Exactly.
A crumb falling from the skies with a load of ants trying to infest it. But anyways, yes, just under 15 seconds until they will be selfing. And going into the second round, obviously, to any newcomers, the Dreamers managing to capture that first flag, only flag in that round, within the last 5 seconds. In a counter pull, definitely a crazy one. And looking forward to seeing what will happen here. All players are selfing. Believe there's been no changes in players. They're all the same. And yeah.
Let's see what this round will bring. Both teams are starting off in a neutral position, not really pushing out too much. Sotnik Avanya and the Godfather just vying for a bit of map control. Does seem like the Dreamers were the first ones to make a move, and they're profiting a bit from it. Although now it's still up to Notmode and Sotnik Avanya about who gets control of this area of the map.
Yeah, I mean,
box falling once again.
It's going to be a bit sticky for Solo, taking on a lot of damage here. Doesn't have a repair anymore. Will he be able to get it last minute? No, Red takes him out. Looks like Godfather trying to pick it up. He does manage to get it. Flips in the meanwhile, though.
Yeah, that was worth it, honestly. Red picking up the flag without much chance of actually pulling. But his teammates are there to the rescue. This is looking really dangerous for the Dreamers.
Yeah, indeed. Look at this. Semgran trying to push in there. Shiny Bright uses and takes the Lish, taking a bit of damage. Princess D once again using their overdrive to the maximum there. Will be taking out that flag carrier there. Also snipes onto Notmert. Will get the kill. Honestly, the Dreamers are vibing after winning that first round. But let's see.
So far, some really good attacks from Team Trillis, although it does seem that all of their attacks have been stopped so far. I'm looking forward to see if it will continue to be this way. Solo creeping into Trillis' base.
Once creep, always a creep. Let's see what he can do. Red
it's not a very nice way to talk about
no, I didn't mean it like that. Red pushing in. Will be pulling this flag once again, but Delish cross the base there. Oh, no, gets taken out. Sotnik Avanya uses as well. Looks like Godfather's going to use, but Semgran's overdrive doesn't quite hit. But they will be getting this first capture regardless. and I think it's 2 overdrives from both teams were used there. Looking like the OD box will be dropping. Solo and Osid both fighting for it, but Osid going to be the winner of this battle.
Honestly, it's kind of surprising to me that the Drillers were able to capture the first flag, considering the Dreamers have been holding them off really, really well. But that just shows in a match where teams are evenly matched, anything can happen at any moment.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, it really can. And I guess it's utilized down to their teamwork coordination and the overdrive usage. I mean, there's so many factors put into play here, but obviously skill level and awareness is up there as well. But let's see, it's definitely a different kind of round. There's still 7 minutes left on the clock here. Obviously, first capturing, going towards the Drillers here. They got the round they're looking for. I feel like they just don't need to lose it right now. That's what they definitely don't want to happen. But we can still see they're putting on pressure. Red's still going in. They're not kind of maintaining that middle control. We've got to watch out for Godfather, although he is low. He is trying to get into their base a little bit, but Os is going to take him out there. Shining Bright does use, but doesn't quite get out there successfully.
It was a nice attempt. Unfortunately, he was surrounded on all sides. So.
Yes, sir. But yeah, 6 minutes. Let's see what will happen. I really don't know about this dictator strategy. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. Going 2-11 right now. I just feel like Paladin might be the upper hand. I mean,
On one hand, I did see him give the critical damage to his teammates sometimes, but I do think that the healing aspect of Paladin is simply a better option.
Yeah, I mean, we just saw Red use now, and we can see he did use his repair, but he's still getting that kind of healing they need. But on the other side, Delish pushing in Princess D once again, getting that hit and using Semgran going to be using as well. Manages pick up the flag. They got to watch out for Delish. Both of them managed to take him out. They got to get that return though to get this capture, and this is looking like the second capture. They did secure it there. Well done to them, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like what we saw from Red is what they kind of need. Is that Paladin? Yes, it got nerfed. It doesn't have the armor piercing anymore, but it's just that extra kind of support, and also it's a bit more speed and dynamic on the map, which you kind of need to be pushing in there.
Exactly. I mean, the Dictator is quite a slow hull, so if you want to use it in offense, especially if you want to use it with teammates, and give them that critical, it's simply not too efficient. Like your teammates have to wait for you, or you have to leave first, which can also be a problem considering you can just get down to half HP. You already have to use your repair before you get anywhere near.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's definitely good. Maybe in Highland we did see, I think it was Dominance using it. It was a bit of a weird kind of combination they were using, Dictator Firebird. I mean, that's just me personally, but it worked to their advantage. They managed to tie against QTs in the group stage. They did a good job. I mean, we played against QTs, my team, and definitely wasn't easy. So it's good to see a team which I think they got like 7 or I'm not too sure what achievement they got dominance, but doing well against a team like Cuties. But anyways, back to this game, Solo managing to pull that flag out their base, but not Mert's gonna deny that, neutralize the situation, get that return. A lot of these players from the Drillers do have their overdrives here, so we might see something come out of this. Princess D and both Delish from the Dreamers kind of going into from from the Dreamers going into the Drillers base. And actually, this is good. Solo uses here. So does Osid, but Osid closing that situation. And with Red pulling that flag from their base, this is going to be the third capture, looking like they're going to be shutting this round down.
I mean, this is a complete opposite to the previous round. A lot of people voted in the predictions for the Dreamers after the previous round. Or for no, for the Dreamers indeed. Sorry, I got a bit confused there. But now the situation is getting turned around completely by the Drillers. So once again, anything can happen in these kinds of matches.
Yeah, exactly, and that's been proven countless amount of times, and we can see once again that's the case. Oh, nice overdrive from Shining Bright. Gonna be taken out. Overdrive, quite possibly. He doesn't have a repay. He gets taken out. Maybe red. Princess D's there. Is gonna use and take here. Uses on red, but kind of gets knocked out of the way, and it's gonna miss there. But red's gonna be using in their base, but gotta watch out for Godfather and also for Solo. Both of them wiping them out. It's gonna neutralize that OD he just used.
A Godfather once again moving in, just trying to sneak his way across. Although he's all by himself, he does attract some attention from the opponent. Just basically preventing red from pushing into his own base at this very moment. Osid gets his hands on the flag. Kind of unsure of where he wanted to go, seems like, considering that Sotnik Vanya spawned in his path to the capture. Ooh, Godfather has a chance of pulling the flag here, but there's 3 opponents surrounding him and they get a return as well, making his job even harder. Gets flipped on his side and not much spawns at the very right moment. So
yeah, exactly. This is interesting match. I mean, there's 1 minute 30 seconds, like you said, Kai. This round definitely a lot different compared to the first round we saw. So I'm interested to see what will go in Highland. Obviously, the score after this round will be 1-1 for both the Dreamers and the Drillers. Obviously, for any newcomers, the Dreamers did manage to win the first round on this map. But looking like Dreamers, they're just dominating this one. Some sticky situations from both the teams, but yeah, another capture coming in from Someground there, and that's gonna really secure that deal. Osid might even be able to take this overdrive down. Did manage to take out both Solo and Soknika Vanya, and yeah, that's going to be it. 1 minute left on the clock. Osid using his overdrive, wiping out 2 players. Oh, wiping out 1 player. Soknika Vanya really blocking that flag though. But Red's still alive, does get taken out by Solo there.
exactly, only 40 seconds left on the clock, a little bit less even. And I honestly really didn't expect this result at all. So I'm very curious about what the next round will bring. Speaking of which, the next round will be in another map. We'll be going to Highland, which is a very notorious hard map to play.
I feel like this is probably the best time to play Highland. Both these teams 1-1. Let the best team win, but we can be going into so many tiebreakers. Yeah,
in
it's
Highland,
going to be interesting.
exactly. If the teams keep dying, as we've seen in many situations before, the game pretty much just won't end because it's such a hard map to capture, and unless your team makes a massive mistake, which teams at a higher level like these 2 teams, they don't make mistakes too often, so it might very well be hard to capture in that map.
Yeah, let's see though. Let's see. Hopefully, that's not really the case. But I'm sure both these teams kind of want it to be over and done with fairly soon here. So let's see what will happen. We're gonna wait for this map link. But well done to the Drillers bringing it back. Obviously, they showed who's dominant on Red Alert after that round. Yes, maybe the Dreamers got lucky. They still played well in the first round. I feel like the Drillers just rubbing it in their face there with 3 extra caps compared to what the Dreamers did in the first round.
Yeah, it's a bit more over the top, and considering the Dreamers only captured after a counter when most of Drillers were respawning, and there's a massive difference.
Yeah, exactly. But let's go over the Highland, see what action will be brought to the table, and yeah, just gonna wait here for the map link. I think we got it. Yeah.
Yeah, we already received it. We're just really hoping this won't be a stale map, considering it has a bit of a reputation among players and the stream team. So
yeah, I remember my PTSD flashbacks are coming back to haunt me, which is nice, very nice.
I mean, at least it isn't as bad as the medium format used to be. I mean, the format itself wasn't too bad. It was just very difficult to capture a flag.
It was horrible, Kai. What are you talking about?
Especially in Forest. I can't even remember how many rounds we've seen in Forest medium.
It was the worst. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah,
We
that's
will.
fair.
I hope we will never see that ever again. But hey, that's me.
I completely agree with you. At least this format is a lot more dynamics, which hopefully makes a huge difference.
Exactly.
All right,
Players,
the team should
you
be
know,
resetting anytime soon now, and the match will start.
players going to be selfing, and let's see what happens. What? I think they.
One player a bit late to leave the match, possibly stretching for some time. All right, and the teams have reset, slowly joining the map once again, heading towards the middle point, getting ready for the overdrive. And surprisingly, there's a tech pause request coming in from the Dreamer side.
Yeah, looking like we're going to be seeing one. So, what do you want to talk about, Kai?
That's an excellent question. Possibly about what you expect to happen in the next match, which will be a very interesting one as well, which will be Toxic versus Pepega. Pepega featuring one of our very own commentators, Bravo.
Oh, that noob. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy.
That guy. Jeez. Let me take a look. At the Tanky Sport page real quick. Tell you what I can expect because I think it's going to be interesting. Toxic versus Pega. Obviously, Toxic got a bit of a new lineup. We got Wanko, we got for show, and also Hot joining on Toxic. And on for Pega, they only got, I think it's 2 new players. It's Sunfire and Atto Control, which I feel like Pega has that kind of chemistry there. But I can't really say for Toxic because I've never really spoken to them that much. But I feel like Toxic definitely have a bit more attitude when it comes to winning bigger games and whatnot. You got a lot of these players which have won first place, second place, third place tons of times, right? Obviously, Hot and Ranker playing for the infamous Team Pointers for a couple years now. And then on Pepega, we got a team which has that kind of chemistry. They've played multiple, don't get me wrong, multiple different formats before, but they've just been the underdogs in so many situations, and I feel like we can't even call them the underdogs anymore because they've proven themselves, right? But if you want my honest opinion, who will win? I'm gonna say I don't know because I really don't know.
All right, that makes sense. If you don't know, then might be a bit hard to say anything about it.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and just say that Pepega will clutch this.
I feel like they can. They honestly can. I don't know what maps it's gonna be. It's not decided yet, but I don't know. I think they can honestly.
Definitely. I mean, in the previous season as well, I think we've seen them play against Drillers, just barely losing in this very same map in
Yeah,
Highland. That
yeah.
was very painful to watch, considering that
A player
Pepega pretty
like
much had
that,
it in
or
the back, but
no.
some lag issues fumbled the back, unfortunately.
Honestly, it would have been big for them to win that. And I'm sure even for just knowing what Bravo told me, it would have been amazing for him. But obviously, lag comes into play, and it just sucks. Like after so many tiebreaker rounds, that it just basically went. They did it all for nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. But let's see if they can do it against Team Toxic. I'm sure they can. They got that attitude. They got like that kind of drive to win. They got nothing to lose in the end of the day. So let's see what will happen. I don't think I will be there. I might be there. I'm not too sure, but if I am, I'll let you know.
All right, excellent.
I
That
don't know
doesn't
yet.
say
I don't
much
know
at
yet.
all, but that's fine.
I would like that. I would like to go and watch it. To be honest, and even commentate it with my guys. Don't know, but let's see.
All right.
What
All
else?
right.
Go on.
So we've
Ask
got one
questions,
more
bro.
minute before the tech pass runs out. Seems like both teams are doing some strategizing in the chat.
Yeah, or waffling.
Depending on how you look at it.
Strategizing.
I was trying to put it very nicely.
Yeah, but let's talk about Diamonds. Obviously, they've come back to the scenery. They're in the Swiss stage. They played their first game against a team they actually played in the group stage where they completely thrashed them. And they won once again against them. Obviously, they are one of the teams, along with quite a few, to get a 1-0 score right now. Do you feel like they will win this Swiss stage and obtain Prism, or do you feel like it's too early to say?
It's really difficult to say. I mean, Diamonds is obviously a very strong team.
Hmm.
Definitely one of the contenders for Prism.
Hmm.
I mean, but it very well might be another team that wins. Like
Yeah.
I'm just saying, other teams have possibilities as well. It's not like there's a clear-cut favorite, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I I don't know either. I haven't seen Diamonds play in the group stage, but I want to see them perform against like these top tier teams, like we're seeing here against Drillers, against the Dreamers. I'm sure they've played against these teams in TKVs, or also known as trainings, but I want to see it on a stream. I want to see this action brought to light for everyone else, you know. Um, but yeah,
Exactly, that would be very nice, just to be able to get a better impression of their playstyle, how they fare against other top teams, etc. Because right now we
yeah.
just like lack too much information about them.
Yeah, exactly, and it's kind of the case with a lot of these teams. We see them play, and they kind of like surprise us, you know, in situations. But anyways, we're seeing some new combinations coming into play here. Um, got Paladin Firebird, obviously, kind of a notorious combination to be using on the map Sandal. So it's going to be interesting to see it brought to
In my
light.
opinion, it makes more sense on Sandal. This
Hmm.
map, you do have cover, but in the end, it's still mostly medium to long range fights. So I sincerely question how helpful Firebird will be.
Well, we see Tesla come into play quite a bit as well.
I mean,
For
Tesla
that.
can be very, very useful on the ramp area. Like you can simply just send a ball ahead and deal damage to your opponents while staying hidden. I mean, I guess
Yeah,
that's one of the main reasons that Tesla has become so popular on Highland.
the balls are kind of,
Overpowered.
yeah, they do bring some juice to the table. But yeah, players are going to be selfing. Third round, ladies and gentlemen, current score is 1-1. Let's read out the teams if you want to go for one, and I'll do the other.
I mean, we've already read out the team names, but as you like.
Yes,
Let's
sir.
start off with the Dreamers, which has forms Sotnik Ovanya, The Godfather, Sad Smile, and Solo.
Yeah, and for drillers, we have Notmare, Osid, Semgran, Shiny Bright, also known as Easy, and Red. Anyway, Sad Smile going in there, trying to pick up that first flag, but looking like Semgran and also Red and Easy will be taking them all out one by one. We're seeing Dictator come into play once again. Looks like the Dreamers got some nice combinations. We got Ricochet on Viking, which can be really lethal. The Overdrive, Dictator, Hammer, and via Paladin, and then the rest we've pretty much got normal combinations, like Striker Hunter and um, RS Thunder.
Exactly. I mean, it does make some sense for Viking to use Ricochet in this situation. Ricochet is a little bit more medium range than Hammer. Hammer is mostly short range. So it does make sense. Ooh, nice overdrive by Forms. Activating the critical for him and Sad Smile. Taking the flag, running away. If he can take out Red, he has a chance here. Actually running away with the
Yeah,
flag, dropping it for the Godfather. Not getting stopped by the death tank. Solo and Sad Smile
Semgran,
tanking all the damage. Sad
Semgran,
Smile, amazing block.
looking like Osid might be able to do something, but Forms has a lovely respawn, has that repair obviously, and gonna be getting that first capture. Wow. Okay. That's interesting already off the bat.
By the way, I would like to remind our broadcaster to show the map. Sorry for the delay, everyone.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm really calling him out now.
Damn.
Yeah.
What happened, Drowned? What happened? Blame it on lag. Sure, not joking. But yeah, obviously we are 1 minute and 2 minutes and 15 seconds into this round. Forms once again picking up that flag and pulling. Sokny Cavani going to be using a lovely overdrive to help out his fellow teammate. Osid possibly can do something. Oh, lovely from the Godfather, trying to deal damage to as many people as can. Solo going to be using his overdrive. Sokny Cavani managing to pull that flag and getting the second capture. The Dreamers are on fire in this map, literally. And I'm not just talking about Godfather on fire. No pun.
They're just quite literally on fire. Just doing amazing. I'm keep hearing myself say this once and once again. Like, these teams really do surprise me a lot. This is one of those maps where it's amazingly hard to capture in. It hasn't even been 3 minutes, and the Dreamers have already captured 2 flags.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, I can't lie. I feel like these new combinations, the new patch notes to the game, really make a change, and the Dreamers just know what to use. I feel like they definitely train a lot on against pretty much any team they can go up against, and see what's the most useful. Also, communicate where to go, what to do, who to bully, and it's working in their favor right now. I mean, right now we can see the Drillers, trying to push out of their base a little bit, but the Dreamers just keep knocking them back. Okay, the Drillers did manage to pick up that overdrive, which did drop maybe a minute ago. I think not Mert picked it up, but I don't know how long the Drillers will be able to maintain that mid control. We can see not Mert obviously on Eris now. They're using Crusader Shaft. Osid trying to push in for that flag will get taken out, but a lot of overdrives on both teams. We're seeing Forms once again having that Dictator overdrive. That really crucially allowed them to pick up that first cap. And I'm sure we'll even do it again. So let's see if they can push into the base, kind of get some high ground here as well, and deal the damage they need to do to swoop in, pull that flag. But Drillers are doing well still.
I mean, they are doing well. It's just that the Dreamers have been overpowering them for the last couple minutes. And it doesn't seem like that will change anytime soon unless the Drillers are using their overdrives more efficiently. That was a nice overdrive by Forms, sharing it with Solo, resulting in him getting the overdrive box. Solo's in a prime position to use his overdrive in a little bit, although it doesn't seem that he'll use it considering he's surrounded on all sides.
Yeah, all these players as well do have the overdrive. Sokny Cavani from the high ground there, dealing damage onto Mert and Sam Graham as well. Sam Graham only one shot away. So is Sokny Cavani here, but still looks like they're still in his base. He's got no supplies or anything, but he does get taken out finally. We're seeing Red and not Mert trying to control that right and middle. Like I said, they all have overdrives, I'm pretty sure. Looks like Forms is trying to push into their base. He will pick up this flag, gonna get swooped in there by the Driller's teammate. But Godfather uses his Paladin overdrive, trying to deal damage to Easy and also Osid, but Red's gonna be taking him out with that Paladin.
Exactly. Satsuma with a nice overdrive, doing damage upon 2 opponents, picking the flag up from where it's previously left off. Trying to run away towards his teammates, but shining brightly with a nice overdrive, stopping him in his tracks.
Exactly. Easy coming out here with the Hunter OD, or shining bright. And looking like, once again, Godfather just trying to find his place, come in there, and deal damage to the teammates. Doesn't necessarily need to get the kills, just take them off that repair. Deal damage to Forms, and also Solo can push in. Looking like Solo is going to be using for this overdrive, so Nick Cavani uses as well. they're kind of contemplating who's going to pick up this flag and also who's going to take OD, but looking like Solo's going to be doing both of them. Do manage to pull the flag here. Is 1 HP. Forms so spawns. Looks like Semgran's scoping. Deals a shot onto Forms. Shining bright. Lovely spawn there by Solo, though. He's got so many people on his back, though, but does have that repair and still going to be able to pull this flag. It's so far in their base, getting that third capture. 3 minutes to go in 7 minutes. They've been playing absolutely phenomenal. Notmer and Red both using the ODs. Forms takes a bit of damage, does get taken out. Red going over on the riskier way if he does get killed here, but doesn't matter. No one's in his way, and this is looking like it's going to be the first capture for the Drillers, but they only got under 3 minutes to get 3 more to win this round.
Still, they have to start somewhere, and this is a great start. Only 2 more flags left to go to catch up to the Dreamers. Although I don't think the Dreamers will stand for the Drillers capturing that many flags in a row.
Yeah, indeed. I mean, I feel like Dreamers now, they know where they're standing. They got 3-1, like said. They can easily just play the more defensive game. Even they don't even need to play the defensive game. They can still keep putting on that pressure. If they play the defensive game, maybe it might even be worse for them. Just keep going in their base, deal damage. Don't let them kind of have those repairs to kind of pull the flag and pull middle, kind of thing for their team to kind of help them out. And Dreamers just need to control this OD box. We see Solo take it twice. He won't be taking it for a third time. Also going to be using and taking here. Does land 1 kill. Sokni Cavagna is going to be in his crossfire here. Does get taken out as well. Godfather, though, will be taken out also there. Won't allow him to pull that flag. And still, it's kind of 50-50 right now with map control. I feel like maybe the Drillers do have a possibility to tie this, but it's going to be close. 1 minute and 30 seconds on the clock here.
Exactly. Oset moving in very low on HP, doesn't get too far. It seems like the Dreamers have this map under control pretty much. I mean, they're just pushing at the right spots. Just saw Solo looking around where his teammates were respawning just to make sure the map is balanced. Making sure no players from the Drillers could sneak past. Red being the exception. This is looking like a real good chance. Oset even using his overdrive. But all of his teammates got taken out, and he's just left there by himself, getting taken out in the end by Solo.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be a win for the Dreamers. I mean, they won the first round. They're going to be winning this third round phenomenally, but let's see if they can pick up the pace and win that fourth round, because it's pretty even here. I mean, even if they tie, they win. So let's see what will be happening in that fourth round. I mean, both teams played well. It was a bit late for the Drillers to be performing well, but like said, it's better late than never, right? To kind of bring that first capture in. But I mean, the Dreamers just did so nice.
Even managing to capture a fourth flag. Honestly, they've been doing amazing. I do think that Highland is way more their map than Red Alert.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let me take a quick look at who picked those 2 maps.
Would it be the Dreamers?
It would be funny if the No, it was actually the Drillers who picked Red Alert and the Dreamers who picked Highland, which makes sense considering they're better in the maps they picked respectively.
Yeah, I mean,
is that how you say it?
Respectively, yeah. Wait, you got me contemplating.
Contemplating.
Yeah. Oh my days.
Now we both got
Don't do that to me, bro. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna be going into that fourth round. I'm gonna try and forget that even happened here.
All right, that didn't happen. Just
someone said might as well give Jack a glass of water. I'm perfectly fine. I don't know if that's a violation or a just trying to be nice. Anyways,
I don't know, honestly. It could be either one.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see. Anyways, fourth round here. OD bots fighting for it. Looking like Technical cool. Pause is going to be called by the drillers. That's going to be given to them as well. Going to be interesting to see what they're going to be bringing out the bag after that tech pause. Obviously, the last tech pause, you kind of asked me some questions. You want to go through it again, Kai?
What did I ask?
What would you like to talk about whilst we got this tech pause?
I mean, one thing I do want to say is that this could be something the drillers came up with in order to disturb the Dreamers' rhythm. Like once you get into a certain rhythm and start winning, if you don't interrupt your opponents one way or another, they just keep playing the same way. They're just completely focused on the game, and this might be one of the ways to get them out of their focus.
So wait, you're gonna have to repeat that. Sorry, what?
I'm not gonna repeat that. Just watch the stream back later.
Yeah, I'll do that. Sorry, I got blindsided.
It happens. Anyways, what we talked about during the previous tech pause was the upcoming match, which will be a very interesting one as well.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Pega
pretty.
versus Toxic.
That's gonna be unpredictable, honestly. I really, for me at least, I don't know what's gonna happen. But let's see.
Yeah, it's really hard to predict considering both the teams are really good. They both got good players. Toxic does have quite a new team, so they might not be as familiar with one another as Pepega. So that might play into it as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I want to see what the maps are. To be honest, I'm sure they probably haven't even crossed it out. Actually, they might do. Time is ticking in. I think it's 10 minutes until the game starts, so we might actually cross over a little bit from this stream, right? Let's see what the maps are. Yabba-dabba-doo. Okay, it's looking like red alert. And it's up to red alert again, Molotov or Sandbox. I actually hope it's Sandbox. If
I
it's
hope to see
Molotov.
Molotov.
Nah.
Yeah.
If it's Molotov, I'm not going Kai, okay?
Why?
I'm not commentating Molotov. I hate Molotov.
I mean, you don't have to play it; you just have to watch it.
Yeah, that's good. I guess that's better. But for the players' sake as well. Oh my god, I might need that glass of water. For the players' sake as well. I hope it's not Molotov because it's a really 50-50 map, to be honest.
Do you mean like depending on whether you really train the map or whether you're comfortable on it, or?
I think it's just one of those maps where it's like I don't really know how to describe it. It's just a tedious map to play. It's 50-50, honestly. It's not one of those maps where you can really well, you definitely can really be cracked at it. But I just feel like it's so easy to pull and just kill everyone and then just pull, really. I know it sounds easy to say, but I don't know. I'm waffling now.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's just
It
a
does
bad
seem
map.
like
It's
it.
just a bad map, all right? That's it. That's my opinion, and I'm gonna stand by it.
I mean, I like Molotov. I just kind of miss maps like Bridges and Tribute. Like, I really do hope they'll come back sometime.
Yeah, I really miss Dusseldorf and what's another one?
Yeah, I don't think those were official esports maps.
No, they weren't official, but hashtag make Dusseldorf official. I want it.
Yeah, and how do you... we need like 3 different spectators to even broadcast a match.
Hey, the bigger the better. Let's go. That's what they say.
And not always.
Okay, you're was it called, Jimbo? Like you're a sleepwalker. Is that what it is?
Sleeper build?
Sleep builder. Sleep builder. Yeah.
No, I think you mean sleeper build.
Okay, we're not gonna get into an argument here. Forms is gonna be picking up
Perfect.
this second overdrive here. Obviously, Shiny managed to pick up that first one. We're in the third round. The current score is 2-1 for the Dreamers. It's all on the line here for the Drillers right now. We are seeing Red switch over to Firebird. Believe no players have actually changed from both teams here, but combinations a little bit different. I think it's only the
Shining
Firebird.
Brightly went for a Hunter Ricochet.
Yeah, yeah. And they changed Firebird Paladin, which in my opinion is better option.
So I'm looking forward to see what this round will bring. What do you think? Will the Dreamers come in clutch and once again dominate this round, or do you think it will be more even, or do you think it will go a completely different way?
I, I don't know. I mean, we saw the Dreamers obviously win that first ever round on Red Alert. Yes, it was last minute. Both teams did put up a bit of a fight, but obviously when we saw them play just that previous round, they played phenomenal. So I feel like Dreamers definitely have a bit more control over this map than what everyone would have expected. But I don't know, like these technical pauses, anything could happen, motivational speaks, combination changes. And I feel like maybe the drillers have something on the go here. But looking like what the dreamers are doing, they still have that kind of control. Sad Smart trying to get that OD box. But I really don't know. Honestly, I feel like the dreamers have something special on this map. And I'm gonna stick by it. And I feel like the dreamers might win this map. But I don't
Excellent. Did you see that Shining Brightly even using his overdrive?
mm-hmm.
Form still got
Ooh.
it because he was
Look at this.
frozen.
Look at this. What's called
That's
Sofnica Van? You're going to be
Giovanni
using
with an
the red
overdrive, and
doesn't
it
get. No.
it kills him, but barely. It's a little bit too late.
Oh, that's so unfortunate. But the Godfather just went there, managed to pull that flag and pretty much the whole way off that cliff. That would have been phenomenal if obviously Sofnica Vanya managed to kill Red, but unfortunately for them, that wasn't the case. But there's still 7 minutes, 30 seconds on the line. Worst case scenario for them, they tie. Well, actually, no. Yeah, they lose, right? And they're going into another. they go into a tiebreaker, but they can tie this. They can win this. I feel like a tie is probably a bit more prompted what's to happen, but I don't know. Forms used his overdrive, which I felt like wasn't really necessary. But anyways, let's see what the Dreamers can bring to the table, and on the other hand, what the Drillers can bring. Obviously, they didn't play too well on that previous round. They did manage to get that one capture there compared to 4, but Dreamers kind of just have that kind of control.
Yeah, and it does seem like they're just trying to maintain some control since they know they're leading in rounds. They're focusing primarily on defense, just making sure the opponents can't get away with their flag. I was just actually using his overdrive. Oh, but the overdrive box does get taken by Solo. Osit getting blocked a bit by the dead tanks in his way. Bit of a wasted overdrive, but there was a very nice attempt. Notmert is actually managed to infiltrate into the Dreamer's base. Just trying to deal damage, trying to prevent anyone from crossing that middle point without getting damaged.
Yeah, Red has his overdrive along with Sam Gran. On the other side, we have Solo with his Viking OD. Something can be warmed up here from both these teams. Semgan obviously playing the defensive strategy with Shaft, doing a good job as well. Just I feel like he's not really been commended as much as he should be getting. Obviously, sniping on the right players when necessary. Obviously, just dealing damage. Soknik Vanya is the main point of focus right there.
I mean, that makes sense. If you get in a great position with your arrows and use an overdrive, especially in Highland, it can go across the entire map, dealing damage to every single opponent in the way and healing all of your teammates. So. Overdrive box falling once again. Shining Brightly using his overdrive in advance just to secure it for his teammates. And
Ooh,
Notmad's actually
Solo.
not going for it.
Oh,
Solo gets taken out right beforehand. Osid does get his hands on it eventually.
yeah.
This could prove to be very dangerous for the Dreamers. Both Osid and Notmud have their overdrives ready. All they need now is some teammates to join them.
Indeed. It's gonna be interesting, honestly. I hope this just doesn't go into a load of tiebreakers. I mean, it's good for them if they do manage to do that, but it's just gonna get even more stressful for both these teams if that's the case. But in the end of the day, both these teams playing for Prism, they want to get that achievement to their name, being crowned the winners of the major rankings. To obviously the Drillers, excuse me, got that opportunity in the first major rankings. They have it in the second, but right now they're a bit behind. They're 1 point behind compared to the Dreamers. Current score is 2-1. Not Mert, kind of blocking off Solo here. Going to be selfing as well. On the other side, we do have Sokni Cavagna kind of controlling that middle with his Aeris Overdrive along with Godfather and Sad Smile. Only Osid right now trying to push in.
I mean, what Osid just did was a great move, considering Sotnik Cavagna and Solo both had to focus on him. They couldn't advance at that very moment. So, offense is the best defense, and it holds true, honestly. As long as you distract your opponents enough, then you don't even just need to sit in your base. As you can see, none of the Dreamers players are actually in their base. Solo using his overdrive and Osid as well. Osid being the eventual winner.
Yeah, also something I witnessed there was Forms using his Dictator Overdrive along with Godfather. Didn't perform to what I was expected. Godfather flipped. Forms didn't manage to stay alive, and it was a bit of a waste. Definitely a crucial one for them. But under 3 minutes, currently a tie here. This isn't too bad for the Dreamers. Cutting a bit close for the Drillers though. Yeah, it's gonna be a bit tough here these last 3 minutes. But looking like both teams are trying their max to actually push in here and deal some damage. Manage to pull a flag, but what will happen? What will occur? There's still time yet to see.
For now, nothing happened yet. Score is still 0-0 as of now. If the score continues to be this way, it's obviously going to be the win for the Dreamers. And a nightmare for the Drillers. That was a nice overdrive, but Satsuma managed to cancel out the Aeris overdrive.
Oh,
And
Sotni
Sotnik
Cavagna.
Cavagna with one of his own dealing a lot of damage, preventing that pull, and Solo gets a return.
Oh, that was looking too promising for Red. Got shut down by Sotni Cavagna, the leader of the Dreamers. And with 1 minute 40 seconds on the clock here. I believe there's going to be an overdrive dropping soon. Look at this. Godfather managing to pull that flag. There's not Osid all in the middle there. Right behind them, they got Red. That is going to be dealing a mental amount of damage. They can leave that flag up there. But Red's going to be returning it regardless. They do manage to pick up that overdrive. I believe it was Sad Smile which picked it up. But Semgran taking out both Solo, Sad Smile, Notmer trying to take control of that top right base of the Dreamers here. Once again, Godfather pushing in, trying to pull the flag. Right behind him is Easy, also known as Shining Bright. He will get taken out, regardless if it's from Shining Bright or if it's from Red. That's another return for them. But Godfather's doing a tremendous job, kind of pushing in there, dealing the damage, trying to pull the flag. And it's not looking too great for the Drillers. There's still time,
They
though.
only got 50 seconds left. They got to do something right now. And Satsuma is in defense with his overdrive as well. Forms, on the other hand, pulling the flag still. This is looking nigh impossible at the moment.
It looks like they got a good strategy here. The Dreamers never pull through middle here, obviously because all those players spawn down there. They're always taking that top rank. I feel like top ramp, excuse me. A lot of teams are kind of cautious and not to go up there, but the Dreamers never have that kind of issue. I feel like they're doing that as well because of the return. They got to get that return, but looking like times come to an end. And the winners of this game is going to be the Dreamers, obviously, and that's a really good game overall played from both teams. It's unfortunate for the Drillers. Did manage to win that first major rankings alongside with Bloodline, but it's not going to be their day in this rankings. And the Dreamers have yet another day to possibly touch that lovely champion hand.
Exactly. Amazing job by the Dreamers. Amazing. Well played by the Drillers as well. It was a really close match, especially at the beginning. It could have been anyone's game. It's just the Dreamers picked their card together well. Like, they literally picked the last map they would play on, and they were confident they would win, and they did in the end.
Exactly, and thankful for being on the stream with you guys. Well played, both Drillers and the Dreamers. And anyways, we're going to be going over into another stream now. Toxic versus Papago. Go check it out on our second channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.